Gates are back and away in racing, and King Viserys missed the jump. Easily lost 2 lengths at the start of said go after race from the back end of the field. Barn Boodle was the first one to respond and immediately pushes towards the outside, straight along the grandstand side of the track, and is by himself, but the rest of the field's along the inside running rail. That's Whiskey Bravo racing with Gypsy Express. Then comes Yamadori, the white sleeves and the pink cap, racing alongside Green and Spring. Mojo Man probably has about 5 or 6 lengths to make up on Barn Boodle, and last of all is King Viserys, who already gets punched out as they go past the final 400 meters. Barn Boodle towards the outside, still the leader, but the rest of the field down the inside running rail starting to move into contention. Gypsy Express and Mojo Man start to make their pressure felt. Down the inside is Yamadori, is also putting up a good effort as they're into the final 200 meters. Barn Boodle hanging tough, but Mojo Man now moves into the lead and moves in powerfully. Gypsy Express trying to run on smartly, but it's Mojo Man who kicks clear into the closing stages, and Mojo Man's going to win, going away in the first race. Yamadori second. Gypsy Express will finish in third. Then came King Viserys. Barn Boodle followed by Green and Spring and Whiskey Bravo. Your head-on view, you can see all the way on the outside Barn Boodle, who was the leader, and Mojo Man starting to hang out towards the outside with Gypsy Express. But it's number 4, Mojo Man, who kicks clear into the closing stages. Gypsy Express having to move towards the inside. Yamadori running on smartly. But it's number 4, Mojo Man, who starts both proceedings at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth Racecourse and wins well.
Race 1 at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth has been won by number 4, Mojo Man, son of Rafif, and from the Vaughan Marshall Yard. Well done to Sabelo Mrquelo. He receives his R1,000 from Hollywood Bets, and also thanks to Cape Racing. Craig Zaki was the jockey aboard. Well done.
Thank you.
I know that he had the form, but he didn't make it easy in the end. He was probably looking for a little bit of company.
Yeah, not easy at all. You know, first time the blinkers, and he was going so good until I showed him daylight, and he wanted to just go one way, and that was to the right. And I mean, for a second I felt like Grant, but he's ended up winning a good race.
He's I know he's not the tallest horse, but he's quite gutsy. Do you think he can go on from here?
Definitely. I say to Adele, he actually gives a really good feel, this horse, and I mean, he was hardly having a blow, which is good. I think the blinkers have improved him, and then hopefully he just starts running straight, but he really gave me a nice feel, and I think he's only going to progress more.
Well, Craig, I know you've got the win under your belt, but what would be your next best on the card?
I thought I was a bit competitive today. Contiguous in the last, I know he's just won a maiden, but he's been sticking on my mind this week, so I don't know if that's a sign, but I'm sure he can run a good race. October Morn, she's a really nice little filly, and I'm hoping for the best in the feature with the boys, and Spirits Unite, I wouldn't write him off. Hasn't got an ideal draw again today, but it is a smaller field, and hopefully the pace he's run properly, and he's a dark horse in the race. I think he's going to give a good a shot.
Well, thank you very much for that, and well done for the win.
Thank you. Just a big thanks to Adele doing duty, to Miss Marshall. It's a privilege coming here all the time, and he's putting me on some nice horses. So just big thanks to Mr. Marshall for the support and the opportunities, and to Mr. and Mrs. Breitenbach. Well done. And lastly, but not least, Maurice Ventine Boschoff. Thank you.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Next up, I'm going to chat to Adele. Lovely to chat to you often, Adele, and thank you also for the confidence leading up to today.
Thanks, Vicky. Yeah, I must admit, Snaith's horse looked outstanding in the ring. I thought he was probably the horse to beat. I think he ran second. But yeah, this horse has improved with the blinkers, and he put it all together today. A lovely ride from Craig. And yeah, congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Breitenbach and the boss, as always.
And Adele, also just to ask what your next best on the card is today?
Vicky, I think Dumbledore and Contiguous have both got each way chances. That nursery is quite strong, but he's doing very well at home, and Contiguous is just coming out of the maidens, but he's a tough horse, and he's exceptionally well at home.
All the best, and thank you very much. Well done for the win.
Thank you very much.
That's Adele Elsop doing duty for the Vaughan Marshall Yard, and lovely to start the day off on a winning footing with regards to Narrow Creek Stud being the breeders of the son of Rafif, and also well done to Mr. and Mrs. Breitenbach for number 4, Mojo Man. Lovely win and lovely start to the day.